Hello there and welcome back to Drive Beyond Horizons. Yes, we're back on here once again, going to be continuing our multiplayer playthrough with the good old friend Jinx there. Yep, gonna be hopefully getting that damn truck done today, because all we need is that back window. And it's been interesting. Once you get down to the last few parts, it's almost impossible to find them, which is crazy, but anyway, hopefully we can get that done today. So without further waste of your time, let's go ahead and get on into it. Let's go. All right, and here we are. Hopefully the sound is fixed. It seems fixed. Oh, vehicle won't start.
But why?
I do not know. Yeah, the game seems way quieter than it used to be. What the heck happened?
Nah, battery good.
Yeah, what the heck?
Diesel engine.
Oh, there we go. With the controller, it was just kind of like
The controller support for this game sucks ass, though.
For the driving, it was okay, but that's the first time I've had that issue. Okay, at least we're going again.
No! This bug again.
What's wrong? Just seen it. Yeah, what you need to do is something probably duplicated on your rack. You'll have to figure it out.
What you talking about? This is fine. I can drive.
Yeah, you can do wheelies down the road.
Gosh. Oh god. Alright.
I was been playing this other game, Star Rupture. Played test for it. A lot of fun in that game. Pretty freaking cool too. There we go. All I need to do is find the back window, and I'll have this truck completed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's it. It's the last part. I would say until I crash, but I don't think this car is going to let me go fast enough. I mean, it might just crash me all on its own. Oh, Zambambos. Pull out my flashlight. Okay. Have to shoot through the cracks. It's bulletproof glass. I love how you can hit the reload button, but you could never reload because there's no clips in the game. Very interesting. No. A lot of parts for this van. Guess we'll drink a soda. Oh, Looks like there's some kind of light over here. Up on the roof. Towards the front of the building. Well, if that either goes to the van or if that goes to this car. Oh, that must go to the van then. They look very similar though. Very similar. Maybe they go to that truck. Who knows? Alrighty. Nothing here. I'm pressing the get. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna wear this transmission out if I have to. Or wear the clutch out if I have to do that. Sort of. Doing okay over there?
Yeah, I just noticed things were a little bit buggy. So I opened up my settings menu and realized that it reset all my shit. The game must have updated or something.
Yeah, that's one thing it does remind me.
Whoop. Shit. I still forgot to fix my top rack though. Damn it, I don't want to clean my top rack.
There we go. Yeah, I gotta turn this down to 60 FPS so it plays correctly.
Bet I know what it is. There. Now that I've fixed that stupid box.
Yeah, sometimes
there's always...
definitely the one thing to avoid is when the box is in the rack, don't put stuff in the box while it's in the rack. Put the box on the ground, then put your stuff in it, and then put it in the rack. Because the collision for the box disappears when it's on the rack, so then when you gotta drive off, the physics kind of wakes up sometimes.
The problem is I have the box on the rack.
Yeah.
I have stuff next to the box on the rack.
You know?
If stuff is too close to next to the box on the rack, then it freaks out and it can't tell if it's in the box or on the rack, so it just kind of clangs out of existence.
Yeah, I mean, that's a word for it. There we go. I was pressing the throttle for about, or I had the throttle pressed down for about 5 seconds there. Try taking the rack off and then go for a drive. See if it's the rack at all.
Freaking rack. Hey!
What the heck? was weird.
On my screen, you're sideways.
Huh. My screen, you just like backed up into your rack for no reason.
It's not on the rack.
Oh. Okay, so it's...
Which means it's something in this damn car.
Yep.
Gotta play 20 fucking questions to figure out what's wrong with my damn car.
Yeah, but don't you gotta do that every day? You know, when you're at work? No?
We don't question shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Either it's getting oil or it's getting tires.
You don't actually.
If it ain't getting oils and getting tires, it's getting out.
Is there anything inside the cab that would be an issue?
No, but there's a shitload of stuff in the trunk.
Yeah.
Particularly need that thing. This thing was fun for a minute, but I don't particularly care for it. I had all this shit in the frickin' trunk.
Don't you have a box for all that? Or what's
Full of spray paint.
It's like, nope, car be gone. But yeah, let's back out and see if relogging fixes it.
Are you sure? I've almost got it completely disassembled now.
Yeah, let's just back out and see. So, car's fixed.
It ain't popping wheelies anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Close enough.
I'm just throwing everything that was in your trunk into a box here. Since it duplicated the food box on the reload again. So I got an extra crate to throw stuff in.
Yep.
Oh, here. Probably want one of these, huh? Those are usually pretty important. But you lost your inventory again. I don't know what is with that bug. Oh. Nah, you don't
I don't know, but it's certainly obnoxious.
know. There you go. Get your light show back. Lord. Alright, alright. Oh my gosh, I have gears this episode. Holy crap.
Well, you're not allowed to have gears. It's illegal.
I do need to be careful though. Whoop, and around I go. That's the only problem with this car.
Did you just do what I was just doing?
No, car pulled me around. You know, it's a sled. It's got no wheels. It's like I have wheels, but I don't want to waste them. So it's just like, yeah, I'll just deal with the sliding. Although now that I can go a decent speed, now it's like completely out of control.
Oh, that's nice.
Just love the popping. Oh, a little bit of lag. Little bit of internet lag. Only thing I don't like. When you get a little bit of internet lag and the whole screen freezes, the game is still playing when that happens. So your screen is frozen, but the game ain't frozen. So it just keeps playing, and if you're driving, oh boy. Oh, the game knew you were gonna need a backpack. I can't pick them up though. Let's see where they're at. It put a backpack, but they're up in the air and I can't grab them.
Well, how nice.
Yeah, very nice. There we go. Get some more colors going on. What do we got? So, what happened over there?
Positively nothing.
Huh. So, it's all good then? That's good.
Yep.
Decent amount of food. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it this way. Yeah, there's nothing here, so. Come on. Go! There we go. I had to wiggle the front wheels just to get moving.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh. I might be forced to put tires on this. Yes. Now it's like the rear car's on ice all of a sudden. It used to pull okay, but now it's just like, nope. I'm just gonna slide side to side to side. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some of my truck tires on it. Almost done with the truck anyway. I got a decent amount of them, so.
some jump tires on it, call it gravy.
As long as it's got rear tires, it shouldn't... Yeah, it's not sliding side to side anymore. I really wish I had control over the gears right now. So annoying. Because he won't shift. He just maxes out the RPM.
You know, there is a manual. I can't speak to whether it's very good or not, but there is a manual.
A what?
Manual option.
Well.
You may try it if you are feeling that brave.
Brave?
Brave.
Yeah, now all of a sudden I don't have gears anymore. Jeez. I tapped the brakes and it damn near tried to flip forward. What the heck?
Hardly anything at this stop. Kinda sucks.
I'm hoping for a back window. I gotta look, you know. Don't want to miss it when the game finally gives me one. And when you're down to like the last one or two parts, it's like damn near impossible to find it. Also, for some reason, did they... No, the night vision's not as good. Maybe it just seems that way. Maybe it's always been bad. For some reason... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't see anything good at this stuff either. Nothing on the roof, real. I mean, they're... There might be something up there. That looks like a tiny... I'm looking for a very tiny radio as well.
Why?
Because that's the one for my... my lowrider. The lowrider's radio is like extremely tiny. And it looks like it's ancient. I mean, that makes sense, but... Yeah, it's definitely ancient. And I almost want to keep the rust on the body this time. Like, not paint it. Just make it look like a Mad Maxi style vehicle. It's one of those puzzles.
Puzzles?
Yeah, look at these doors. It's one of those brain seems impossible puzzles that you can't pull the stuff apart. There's three doors. They spawned inside of each other, But yeah, they're all attached in the corner. So it's like one of those brain puzzles. It seems impossible.
Is this a tiny radio?
I don't know. I don't think that's it. I think it's got rounded edges. I'll try it though. I think it looks older than this.
How about a really long license?
No, definitely not the radio. Oh, there is.
How about a bazooka? You like bazookas, right?
Yeah, they blow all the parts away, including cars across the desert. The cars you're trying to complete while you were trying to shoot down an alien mothership. That was so funny. I was flabbergasted that you just flew my vehicle out of just into the desert. Like, but. What the heck is this? Oh, is that a monocle? That's a monocle. I found a monocle. I can't see myself. What do I look like?
Oh boy.
He has to take a picture and send it to me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, definitely have to send me a picture. It's like,
Oh, that's a new button.
alright, so ready to leave then? Hurry-de-burg! Off we go. What the hell? Well.
What the fuck?
You attached to me. I think my truck's gone.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I heard the attach button. I heard the click.
What click?
I was driving along, you were driving next to me, and then I heard you were kind of like pushing me off the road slightly, and then I heard the attach key. The towing attach key. I have it all on camera, so. Yeah, truck's gone. I think it went to the moon.
Truck's not gone. Truck can't go to the...
Well, the only vehicle I see on radar, but the scanner is this car. I think that's gonna be a reload. That's gonna have to be a reload, because man, that bugged all hell out. I got thrown from my vehicle because I hit a pole. And yeah, I didn't even see where the vehicle went. Alrighty. We'll do a reload then. And we are back. Man.
Are we?
Maybe. Yeah, don't know what happened there, but it did not, game did not like it. Although it was pretty funny. Like, what the hell? Nope. And I have no gears again. Woo!
Makes me feel any better. I can't turn either.
Oops. You know what? Oh, I have to... No. Controls. Vehicle controls. Downgrade. Shift up a gear. Downgrade. You can't set the controller though. No.
Nope.
No, none of the keys work. So R and F. That's some weird keys.
It's up and down.
Oh, that's why you're pulling so hard. Okay. Oh, I forgot.
What?
Yeah. Every time you reload the game, all vehicles' park brakes get set.
Hat.
So that the vehicles don't roll away. Like, that would probably be why it wasn't rolling.
See, that's handy, except for when you're towing something.
Yeah. You have to remember that it sets the park brake.
Huh. Yeah, deja vu. Maybe slightly different.
The gears do not seem to want to work at all. I press F or I press R, either of them just like slow the vehicle down to stopped. It doesn't matter which one I press. See, it should be shift up with just R, but then it just it just goes right back to where it was supposed to go, or where the game thinks the gear, whatever. I'm back to having no gears again. Well, I have two whole gears. Yeah, granny gear, and then you've got second gear. That's it. And just to remind everyone, we do have the weight turned off for vehicles, so. No, and now I'm smoking. Woo!
There ain't jack diddly here.
Yeah, I might need oil, though. I am smoking black. Oh, I've lost a tire. Oh, how lovely. I'm smoking, got no power, and I lost a rear tire. Things are going well.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Yeah, and I have no oil either.
Oil? Who needs oil? Yeah, you need oil.
Yes, as you keep saying, it is a Toyota.
Oh, you're way back there, too.
Well, yeah, you can go like 200 miles an hour, damn near. I don't know that's the exaggeration, but I think I'm peaking out.
My maxes out at 65.
Yeah, but you go way faster than that. I think I'm doing like 30 now. Actually, what does my speedometer say?
I would actually find it somewhat hilarious if there was a quote-unquote hardcore mode, or if you didn't take care of your engine, it set off like a landmine.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have it set off like a landmine, 'cause that's not realistic. And when engines go, they don't go super spectacularly usually. It just depends on what fails first, I suppose, but yeah, they don't blow up like they do in the movies.
I mean, I've seen one that went completely spectacularly.
No, yeah. Like I said, it all depends on what fails first, but most of the time what happens is the engine grenades. Yeah, it grenades internally and then throws all the parts out the bottom of the motor. I mean, it might throw a rod or something through the block, but yeah, and you're gonna have some holes. But it's not. It doesn't go kaboom and explodes into a fiery ball of metal.
No, I've seen 2 of them that were relatively amusing.
Oh yeah.
The one of them, somebody threw a piston out the top about 50 yards.
That does happen,
yeah. Yep. Reminded me of like a bottle rocket or something. They're just.
Yeah.
And then the other one, they lost their entire motor.
I have seen one of those. Freaking hilarious. Just fell out the damn bottom of the car.
Not so gracefully either. It caught the rest of the bottom of the car on the way out.
Yeah, the one I watched, it flipped his whole car sideways because it fell out the bottom as they were hitting a bump, and the car front end lifted up, the engine went underneath the car, and then the car just kind of on the side. It skidded. It's just like, wow. That was kind of spectacular, actually. It was a low speed crash, so nobody was hurt, but it was still hilarious.
No, you already took care of it.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you?
Huh?
Or did you just turn it off?
Oh, my caps are open again. Or did you just open that?
I did not just open that. I just filled that.
Okay, yeah, so reloading, check your caps. Reloading seems to cause that, because I know those were definitely closed. I have not filled coolant or oil in a long time. Since the last time I noticed that they were open. Yeah, it was a bit of a bug.
Jeez, Tucker. And I thought you were supposed to be a mechanic.
Right.
Leaving the caps off all the time.
No, I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel mechanic. I like to live on the dangerous side.
Yeah, it's not the worst I've seen. Just don't forget wrenches and serpentine belt.
I did watch one motor on a stand. They blew it up intentionally. It was old, but it was an old Chevy small block and carbureted. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to blow it up by maxing out the RPM and just letting it stay at max RPM to see how long it would last. It actually lasted for a decent while, and it got down to 4 cylinders before the motor finally quit. Like, it lost a whole bank of cylinders before it finally shut off. It was like, oh, wow. Those motors lasted a while. There was flames shooting out the exhaust, so you know the valves weren't closing anymore. It was just spitting straight flames out of one side. And then all the exhaust quit out of the one bank. And it was sitting there LARPing, basically, is what I think was what they would call it. It's the best way I can explain it. We're sitting there, you know, it's trying to stay alive.
Sputtering.
Yeah, basically sputtering. But it was still running. It was still running. Had throttle wide open. Yeah, and when it finally lost half of the cylinders, it just kind of sputtered and died. And then they tried to start it up, and it wouldn't even crank because the engine had. See, that's the thing about those engines is actually a lot of engines really, but when the engines get extremely overheated, the worst thing that you can do to an extremely overheated engine that's still running is turn it off. That's the worst thing you could do to it. Because what happens is when you turn it off, the pistons and the block are two different metals. The block and the piston cool down at different rates. When it's extremely overheated like that, the piston I think it's the piston that cools down faster. And yeah, what it does is it basically heat welds. I think it's what it's called. It's a heat. It welds itself together essentially. The piston wedges itself inside the cylinder. And so if it's still running and it's overheated, yeah, the worst thing you can do is turn it off. The best thing you can do that might help cool it down, obviously, is to pull over, stop, get all the load off the engine so it's just at idle, and then roll down your windows, especially if it's a hot day. I guess if it's the winter time, it don't really matter, but if it's like summertime, which is usually when engines overheat.
So if you manage to overheat your engine in the wintertime, there is something seriously wrong with your engine.
Yeah. But yeah, pull over, roll down your windows, turn the heat up to max blow, because what it does is that allows coolant to circulate through your heater core. I mean, it's already kind of circulating, but yeah, and it allows the fan to blow heat past the heater core to help cool down the coolant. That's one of the best things you can do, and sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes it'll cool it down just enough to not be overheated, and then you can and then when it's down below a safe temperature, then you can shut it off so it can finish cooling down the rest of the way. And definitely do not open up the radiator. Do not try.
Oh, come on.
Not unless you like, what is it, 4th degree burn?
But they make this cool toy nowadays. You attach it to the radiator and twist the cap.
Okay.
It's a big tube. You load a spud in the end of it.
Okay.
Just launch to the moon.
Yep. But yeah, I have learned the hard way, 'cause, before I went to mechanic school, I learned the hard way why you don't open radiators when they're super hot. And the thing was, it was one of those plastic cap ones. So the cap wasn't the cap wasn't extremely hot. to touch. So I unscrewed the cap, and as soon as the cap got loose enough, it shot the cap, hit the cap, hit the hood, flew away, and then fluid, just a giant geyser of fluid just hitting the bottom side of the hood, going everywhere. I was lucky to jump back far enough. I did get burns on my wrist, but it was not good. And I was like, yep, never doing that again. I have learned.
See, but that's how you learn things.
Yeah, by taking massive injury. Is there a pair of pants here?
Well, you know what? Sometimes if people found out the hard way, instead of being told half a billion times and still finding out the hard way anyway 90% of the time, but people might learn things.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Well, there's another backpack up in the air, but...
Like, oh god, we had this one customer. They had completely run their vehicle out of coolant.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's not hard to do if you've got a massive leak, like a hole in the hose or a hole in the radiator or whatever.
But they wanted us to put coolant in the vehicle.
Okay.
Not a service we offer.
Really?
So we told them, yeah, we can't mess with coolant.
No. Yeah, they got the kid gloves.
I'm not supposed to know a damn thing about coolant, but I still warned the customer anyway because I've seen that they'd run completely out of coolant.
Right.
That you don't add the coolant while the engine is hot.
Yeah, you can't
do it slowly. While it is cool.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Just don't. If the radiator's already open, then it's, you know, that's a different story. You could definitely add coolant in. Because the radiator's not open. Yeah, if the radiator's not open, absolutely not. Leave it closed. That cools down.
No.
Or if you've got one of those, if you've got the extra bottle, the little overflow bottle.
Reservoir?
Yeah, the little overflow bottle. Yeah. Reservoir. Yeah, it's not really a reservoir though, because it's just an overflow bottle. It's if there's too much coolant in the system, the engine will allow that to be removed.
But that's where your max min line is too, though, because you're supposed to have a little bit of overflow, because it'll also pull from that overflow bottle.
Oh yeah.
If you need it.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be your gauge.
Yeah, point is, yeah, you can add coolant through that, even when the engine's hot, because it's not pressurized. Not all, or I should say not all of them are pressurized. There are some that are...
cap off the radiator.
Yeah, there are some that are pressurized, yes. But,
okay.
You know, ones like my vehicle specifically, I should say, it's just an overflow bottle. There's no... You can put some coolant in there. I mean, they recommend you do, but there's no mid-max line on it. There's just it says in the manual that it's just for overflow, and to have a little bit of coolant in there, fill it up, you know, roughly a quarter, halfway, whatever. But it's not required.
Oh, they bought their coolant. They dunked it all in as fast as they could into that little overflow bottle, and they blew the cap off the radiator.
Because they opened it while it was hot.
I imagine it wasn't very on there, or it was plastic, or something. But they didn't wait, like, at all. They ran the car there, all the way there, with no coolant. Went in, walked 2 miles over, grabbed a bunch of coolant, ignored the warnings about putting it in while the engine's hot.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they sent the radiator cap to the moon.
Yeah, that's fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and if there's another thing too, that if you, especially newer cars, if you completely run them out of coolant, you actually have to bleed the system as well, because there's too much air trapped in the lines and the hoses and the engine. I mean, with the older vehicles, you bleed the system too, but it's not as hard to do, I should say.
Again, with the older cars, I could just add tap water. It'd be all right.
Yeah, you don't want to do that though.
You're right. Distilled water's better, but you know.
Well, there's quite a few reasons actually why you don't want to do that. For one, especially in your area, you do not want to add tap water because tap water freezes during the winter. And if you add water to your system and and it freezes, then you could end up cracking your motor.
No, it doesn't. That's why our tap water is like 90% fluoride.
It's at 90%. Oh boy! But the other reason too is tap water can grow bacteria and stuff inside the radiator and stuff like that, and it can actually build up and clog up the. You don't realize, but inside of a radiator, the way the coolant's allowed to flow through the radiator, the spots in there are actually really small.
Oh darn! I guess I'll have to throw some bread mold in there.
Yeah.
That'll teach them bacteriums.
Yeah, you know what was the fix for the old fix for a radiator, like the older style radiators? Because what would happen over time is the older radiators, the end caps are made of metal, and sometimes they would get holes in them when they were old. So like the really old fix for the farmers and stuff. Oh, here's a backpack. Oh, you found it. Good. The old fix, especially for like farmers and stuff, is they take horse poop and drop it in the radiator. And then what that horse poop would do, because it's so small, is it would go in, obviously the coolant's leaking out of the hole, and it would be drained down to that hole, and it would actually stick and compact into the hole there. That was one of the old quick fixes back in the day. And then you take it to a radiator shop, and they'd have to clean the horse crap out of your, radiator.
Oh, I'm sure they loved cleaning horse shit out the radiator.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing too. Was back then, radiators were actually fixable. I mean, they're still fixable now, but it's way cheaper just to replace it. Because most mechanic shops nowadays don't even have a radiator pressurizer and stuff like that where they replace or where they repair it. They don't have a station to repair that stuff. Because normally you'd dedicate like a room to it. You'd have the coolant, or you'd have the radiator cleaner, cleans all your radiator, blows out all the stuff out of all the little fluid ports and whatnot. And then once you made the fix, then you'd put it inside of the radiator pressurizer, and it would pressurize up the system to make sure your fixture leak, and once you confirmed it was fixed, then you take it out and clean it up again, and then put it inside the customer's car, and there you go.
No, can't be doing that.
Yep.
Cars done took the iPhone route, see.
Yep.
Rather than fix the thing with an inexpensive part, the part now costs twice as much as the damn car, so you might as well just buy a freaking new one.
You might as well buy a new car. That's how it is nowadays anymore. See, I had an uncle that he started his mechanic business back when he was in high school. He started a mechanic shop, bought himself a small piece of land in town, and that had a couple of buildings on it, turned it into a mechanic shop, and believe it or not, that radiator room is still there. Never used, but it's still there. Oh, hey, a pickup truck.
How many people even know it's an option anymore?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, he built a big building. I think it was like about 10 years ago or so. Well, he built a big old building in front of it to take up the yard space and whatnot. Damn it. There's no back window here.
Hey, but I got you a tailgate.
I already have a tailgate. What the heck? Found a pickup and no back window. The one part that I need.
So what's really sad though is like even the local scrapyard don't seem to get a whole lot of business because ain't nobody interested in fixing their own damn car anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that people don't know how to work on their cars. Really, it's that they don't want to. They don't want to learn. Yeah, they don't want to learn any basics. I mean, most of the time now it's just like, if anything goes wrong, it goes straight to the mechanic shop to get fixed, straight to the dealer essentially, because they require that now. Straight
Depends
to
on your.
yeah, like new vehicles.
Depends.
New vehicles, the warranty.
If you bought it from the dealer, and the dealer depends on the vehicle again. If it's still under warranty, like if it's a really new vehicle, yes. My particular vehicle, it was new-ish, but it was not under a super warranty, like you have to have all your stuff done. They didn't care where I got my crap done. My warranty was get an oil change every 3 months.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I didn't have to worry about anything engine related. If anything engine related went wrong, the dealership would fix it.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about having a warranty is having that security that if anything should go wrong, it's not upon you to get it to pay for it.
Sadly, air conditioning, though it is connected to the engine, is not considered an engine problem.
What? It's in the engine bay. It's an engine problem.
Not covered by warranty.
Yeah. Well, your engine warranty is different, though. It only warrantied the engine they put in. Yeah, you have a unique situation, you know.
Unique. It's a Ford. I hear it happens all the time.
It's common. It's a common situation. I mean, it could be. It could be with those specific engines that they just have issues with bad reaction to the fluids that go into the engine.
Methinks I was intentionally sold a letter.
Could be.
But
It very well could be used. You said you got a used vehicle dealer, right?
no, I got it at Subaru. By the way, viewers, don't ever buy a Ford from a Subaru.
So used vehicle dealer.
No. The Subaru dealership is an official Subaru dealership.
Right.
I got it used.
But it's still a used vehicle.
From a name brand dealership.
Yeah. It's still a used vehicle dealer. I'm not saying that's all they sell, but
around here, there's no such thing as a new car only dealer.
yeah.
They have new cars, and that is normally what they sell under their brand name, but they all have a trade-in because we're the freaking Rust Belt. So you bring in your old piece of crap, and they sell it to somebody else.
Oh. I'm surprised they have a used trade-in with the rusty vehicles, that they even would consider the option.
You know, the poor folk gotta drive too.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, sadly, the rest of the car was in really good condition. The problem was
Oh yeah.
in the engine, like in the middle of the engine, and very hard to detect.
Yeah, that's my main problem with, especially with the way that buying vehicles is and what people look for and what dealers sell you and stuff like that, is that it's all about how the vehicle looks, how the vehicle feels when you sit inside, you know. Does the stereo work, you know? Does the air conditioning work? Does anything that's a comfort item, essentially. Nobody cares for anything else, really.
Took it for a good test drive. She drove fine until suddenly
Exactly.
she didn't drive at all.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It is definitely a classic thing for a used dealer to do. I'm not saying that's what happened in your particular situation, but
for those extremely curious, my cylinders were pitted and rusted out.
Nasty. But yeah, there is one thing that a lot of dealers do, especially when they have issues with a vehicle. There is cases where they
clean it up real pretty.
Yeah, they clean it up, but they put stuff into the engine or into the transmission fluid that hides issues just long enough for you to get it away from their lot. If there is any warranty, just long enough to outlast that. Yeah, we had one. It was an 06 Chevy Impala. And it was having transmission issues, which having basically slip, the gears were, or the clutches were slipping. So, basically it'd go to shift gear, and sometimes it would basically be in neutral for a little bit. And then until the RPMs got high enough, and then it would kind of engage because it'd get hot, and then it would stick, the clutches would kind of stick, and then it'd be in gear essentially. But when it first was bought, it didn't have any issues. And basically there's a type of fluid that you can buy for transmissions. Not normally. Most people don't buy this stuff, but you can buy it. It's got stuff in it that basically helps the transmission keep going when it's in a state that it shouldn't be going in. Eventually we lost all gears altogether.
You know, in humans, that's called an adrenaline shot.
Yeah, I only learned about the fluid because of that case. It was, you're like, yeah, what's inside this transmission is transmission fluid, but it's not a typical transmission fluid. It's just like, it's got stuff in it. And it's just like, okay. It's just like, yeah, it's got stuff in it to help it out.
Beyond fix a flat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the type of stuff in it, it's a temporary fix for your transmission is what the fluid is. When it has slipping gears, you can put this fluid in and it'll make it last another, few months until you can pay for a new one, essentially. Or pay for a repair. And yeah, we ended up taking it to the Chevy dealer we had in town, and they said they weren't going to fix it because it was too old. They said if you want us to do anything, you're going to be buying a used transmission, which we definitely weren't doing. It's like, well, how much is a used transmission? Oh, $4,000. What? This car is not worth $4,000. It has, it's an 06 Chevy Impala, has 395,000 miles on it.
So I get that there is such a thing as is, but some of them are downright dirty with their as-is vehicles.
Well, there's a lot of tricks. I know there are some used dealerships out there that have literally painted the bottom of the car in that crap you could buy from Walmart. It's kind of like a bed liner spray.
Rust-Oleum?
Yeah, it's like a bed liner spray though, and it completely makes it look clean. And they'll take chemicals, clean up the interior, clean up the engine bay, make it look nice, but they won't do anything to it, you know? They won't actually inspect the car. They'll just clean it up as best they can and then throw it out on the lot and hope somebody buys it. And I had a serious case of that as well. I was when I was looking for my very first vehicle I was going to buy myself. Very first vehicle. I was looking around at some dealerships and stuff, and I found I think it was like an 03 or 04 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Clean looking car, very clean looking car, very nice.
I know the Eclipse.
Yeah, but very clean, very nice looking car. Beautiful. Not a single scratch, dent, nothing. Just a beautiful car. So, you know, they're like, okay, yeah, it's like, I'm going to take it out for a test drive. And they're like, okay, well, here's the keys, and we'll take your license, and you can go test drive it. And I go out and test drive it, and about 3 minutes into the test drive, car completely dies. Nothing. There's no start, no nothing. Just completely dead. It's like, okay, that's weird. Trying to get this car started, and the person I had with me popped out and said, okay, well, I'm going to walk to the dealership. It's only a couple blocks away. I'll go walk to the dealership, see if they can get a tow truck or something over here. Oh, and speaking of, this truck just died. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, just, and then I was messing with it, finally got it to start again. And it started up, we drove it, and drove back to the dealership, and the guy's like, good car, you want to, yeah, you gonna buy? And it's like, no. No, we're not gonna buy. Yeah, it's just, that car was hiding, and when you got to actually looking at it, if you got close enough to the engine bay, you looking in there, you could definitely see that not good. Everything was basically either cleaned with chemicals to make it shine or spray painted over with black spray paint. Yeah, it was bad. And they wanted freaking $6,000 for that thing, and it didn't even run half the time.
Like I said, I know the Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Of course, I was a kid as well. I was looking for a cool vehicle to buy, and then the person I was with, they made a they made a recommendation. They said, well, how about instead of going for a sports car or anything that, you know, is basically just a toy, how about going for something useful? Oh, well, I just put the wrong fuel in there. Let me pull that back on. How about going for something a bit more useful? And I said, like what? And they're like, what about a pickup truck? I said, yeah, I guess I'd go for a pickup truck too. And looked at a few of them, test drove a few of them. Wasn't really great. But eventually, found a pickup truck online that a used dealership was selling. Very clean looking vehicle. It was only a 2-wheel drive, but you know, very nice looking. Had I think 120,000 miles on it, something like that. It was a Chevy pickup. Yeah, 1,500 standard vehicle. Went there, test drove it, and I test drove it. And I wasn't really happy with it because I was like, yeah, it looks nice and stuff, but I want something more with the truck, you know. And I said, well, what about that one? It was a maroon and white Chevy pickup truck, K1500, manual transmission. And it's like, yeah, we're kind of looking at that one. We haven't really done anything with it yet, but eventually we're going to get around to selling it. I said, well, how much would you, like, if I wanted to buy that one, how much would you sell it to me? And he said, well, for being a 4-wheel drive, how about $5,000? And I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I went and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I was like, I'll do a test drive first, test drove it, and something with this, now that I've taken it apart, I definitely understand, but yeah, something with that motor was definitely not original. Yeah, and
There,
I actually think I made good out on that deal, though. Very
Yeah?
good. Very good truck. That's the one I still have. I need to finish it because I rebuilt the motor, but I need to.
You do need to finish it.
Yeah, I do need to finish it. Yeah. And I've had that truck for over 10 years now. So I've had it since I was in high school. And yeah, it's been a damn good truck, and I've put so many freaking miles on that damn thing and been through hell and
I
back with it.
found it though. The old Eclipse. I was so sad when we sold this damn thing.
You know, if I actually paid attention, put some damn diesel in this truck, that I got distracted with my little story.
We had, back in the day, a 97 turbocharged Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Yeah, you got the turbo version, the one with the little bump on the hood,
GSX. Yep.
which is what makes space for the turbo.
And that little bastard was beautiful.
I almost had a diesel. No, my food box. Come back.
Yep.
Hell, the other reason I still have that pickup too is because the parts are cheap. Anything goes wrong with that truck, and I, at most I'm spending a couple $100.
Yeah. I mean, we got the Mitsu for cheap. That is because the battery terminals were fucked up. It's kind of funny.
What? They
The
sold it.
battery terminals for this old car
Yeah.
that we had back when we first got it were screwed up, so it got sold to us non-running. Yep. And the fix for it was, I believe it was the positive terminal that was fucked up. But stepdad at the time took some liquid solder and an old wheat penny and just gapped the terminal.
Yeah, them old tricks.
And then
they work
watched the dealer's jaw drop as he drove the damn thing off the lot.
Yeah, so you sold it to us. Yeah, I think it's mainly because they didn't really get a chance to inspect it, and tried to do anything with it yet.
Try to fluff it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the way with my truck, because they didn't get a chance to mess with it yet. They just traded it in not too long ago. So, and you could tell too, because the interior wasn't clean. It was dirty. The underside of the hood was there was a bunch of dirt. As if I had been driving, It looked used. It wasn't cleaned yet. They hadn't done anything to it. So yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is the sad thing, is everybody looks for they go for the looks of a vehicle. vehicle. They don't care if it has. They won't ask if it has issues. Does the radio work? Yes. Does the AC work? Yes. Do the power seats and power windows work? Yes. Okay, I'm sold. All right. Well, I'm not going to give you any more information then.
So, do you know how easy it is to screw over the common consumer nowadays?
Oh yeah, it's very easy.
That's half of why they do it so damn much.
But yeah, if the car has a single, or has like scratches, has a dent, has fading or peeling paint, doesn't matter if the car runs immaculate and is beautiful under the hood. Nobody wants to buy the damn thing because it's missing paint.
The damn thing.
Yeah,
In fact, for like the first couple of months I went car shopping, I specifically went car shopping in the tornado months, right after hailstorms.
Oh, those are really good because you always get a good deal on from dealerships.
Hail damaged cars.
Yep.
And most of the times you can't even tell.
Yeah, but they can't sell it at full market price anymore.
Nope.
They just go, nope, we can't sell it, so we're just gonna put it on, or we're not gonna sell it at full price. So the other thing I hate though about hail damaged vehicles is if you got insurance. I hate that.
Well,
yeah, because if you have insurance, especially on an older vehicle, and it gets hail damage, and you report the hail damage, they will warn you that what they're going to do if they go forward with it is they're going to total the vehicle.
like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's just like, we're just going to total the vehicle then. And it's just like, well, fine, I'll just deal with the dents, the little dents and stuff. It's like, it's not worth it. We're just going to total the vehicle, and then you can't put insurance on it. It's like, well, fine. I'll keep my insurance, and I'll deal with the hail damage myself if I even do that, which my specific truck has been in so many hailstorms. It's got a lot of little pings everywhere.
Stupid it is that a piece of paper can just completely ruin a car.
Oh yeah.
That is the most moronic thing. The fucking paperwork.
Yeah. Especially if you get a what's that freaking a title, that type of title called? Salvage title, that's it. If you get a salvage title, you'll very rarely find anybody who wants to ever insure something like that. Doesn't matter what it's for, they won't look into it. They don't care what you say. They're not going to insurance it.
Yeah, and because you legally have to have insurance, it is then a dead car.
Yep.
Even though it's perfectly fine.
And I know why they don't do salvage titles, but they should at least be able to know the history and then decide from there. But most of the time, they won't even look at it.
I think they should mind their damn business.
Yeah, that's
Keep
true.
their nose out of mine.
Yep.
Remember back in the day when people minded their own business?
Yeah.
I wish I did.
It's like the story that that one guy got pulled over for his seatbelt, for no seatbelt in his truck. Brand new truck. He just bought it. Got pulled over for no seatbelt. And the cop says, "Why aren't you wearing your seatbelt? It's the law that you have to wear your seatbelt." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "I'm not going to wear a seatbelt." And it's like, "Well, you're getting a ticket." It's like, "Well, that's not fair. I just spent 120 grand on this truck. I can decide whether I want to wear a damn seatbelt or not."
Sure.
But it was an old guy, of course, the older way of thinking.
Well, warning labels off. Don't mind me none.
Sadly, there was nothing at that stop at all. It was empty.
Yep. I don't know. It might not bug me so much, but cars are damn expensive. And for it to be considered inoperable due to a technicality on a piece of paper, that just doesn't seem
Yep.
any kind of fair whatsoever. It's absolutely moronic.
Yeah, especially if you gotta be very careful buying vehicles from like a police auction,
Yeah, why is that?
because a lot of them are given salvage titles. I think most of them are given salvage titles. If not, you have to. If you can't get a title for it from them, you have to work out getting a title for it. Especially a lot of laws and stuff has changed over the years for that kind of stuff. Because it used to be, what you could do is if you had a vehicle, especially a vehicle that was like abandoned or whatever, and it got picked up by a tow trucking company, and then you bought it from that shop because the vehicle had been abandoned, nobody's come to claim it for so long, that kind of thing. You could actually buy that vehicle and it could become yours, and what you do is you then sell that vehicle to an auction house and then buy the vehicle back from the auction, and then they give you a title for it, essentially, or it's like a temp title, essentially, and then you can use that to get the title for that vehicle, but you can't do that no more either. And yeah, buying stuff from police auctions usually ends up with a salvage titles, and you can't get insurance for it. It's such a pain.
Then what good is buying?
Yep, it's like, what good is buying the vehicle if you can't get insurance for it? I suppose there might be some states that might have ways around the salvage title thing, but
I got a way around it. So you go and you pick out the vehicle of your choice. And then you go to the scrapyard and you find the frame. And you transfer all the shit from the old one to the frame.
I think there's a lot of laws against that kind of thing.
Why?
Well, that's what they used to do when they would steal cars. They would steal cars and then they go buy a junk car that was in a wreck, or things like that, and they'd swap out all the bits that made the stolen car. They'd swap out all the bits from the stolen car to the non-stolen car, and then they'd turn around and sell it.
Okay, but
I think there's laws
I
against
get
certain
why
things like
that's I get why that's illegal for stealing a car and doing that, but why is it illegal for purchasing two perfectly legal cars and doing that?
I don't know. I guess as long as you don't mess with the VIN numbers and stuff, and the frame still has the same frame, all the bits that have the legal bits, it'd be fine.
That is the entire point: is to get the shit frame have salvage title, good frame had not have salvage title.
Yeah, basically what you're explaining is a parts vehicle, essentially. We have two vehicles, one you're going to keep and insure and whatnot, and then you take all the ones from the ones you can't insure, and then you just swap out all the good parts and then sell off
Pretty close.
Yeah, sell off the crappy one.
Even still, that is a shitload of work.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Finally found some diesel.
But yeah, no, you explaining me police auctions, which sounds like they're entirely fucking worthless because you can't drive the vehicle after you buy it.
Well, I guess, like I said, it depends on where you buy it and if there's a salvage title on it or not. A lot of the time, though, the salvage title is there because of what the vehicle was used for, or if it was in a wreck, that kind of thing. There's something up there. I need to see if I can grab it. Oh wait.
So here's a question: why do they bother printing salvage titles?
I don't know.
if the car is destined for the fucking scrapyard anyway. Don't waste my time with the salvage. I'll just scrap the damn thing. Unless there is a way around it.
Yeah, there probably is. There's probably ways around that kind of thing, where you can get it non-salvage title for it. And this knowledge definitely comes from an older time. I have not looked at it in some years, so things could have changed, or and of course different states have different laws, so keep that in mind.
I don't pay attention to none of that crap around here. Mainly because I ain't got to go buying the second or third cars or.
Yeah, I wish though what I wish I could do with my pickup is buy another pickup exactly like it, and then swap all the good parts from one to the other, put together a perfectly good truck. Because I like my pickup, but she old, and actually my truck, the truck I have, actually was in a wreck at some point. Because when we took off, you either have to drop the fuel tank to change out the fuel pump, or you have to lift up the bed. And I chose for lifting up the bed option because the bed's super light. Once you unbolt it, it's super light. You literally, like, you and another person could stand on each side of it and pick it up off the frame. That's how, it's not super heavy. But we moved it so that we could, replace the fuel pump because my fuel pump went out. And we noticed that there was overspray on the back side of the cab. Overspray paint, and that doesn't come from the factory like that. So more than likely what had happened was it got into an accident. They fixed the repair, or they repaired the body, and they sprayed it at a body shop. And because that part of the vehicle you're not going to be able to see because it's between the cab and the bed, it just had a bit of overspray from the white line that they put on there. So like, yeah, it probably was in a wreck at some point. There's no record of it, but had to have been. Or I mean, unless somebody changed the color, that's also possible. Got it done cheaply. Maybe they wanted maybe it was completely maroon and they had a single. They wanted a white stripe wrapping around the vehicle. Although that's not uncommon for those Chevy pickups. It's not uncommon to have a different colored stripe wrapping around.
Choose to believe it was a hit and run.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't know.
Ain't got no way of figuring out otherwise, so.
Nope. There was no Carfax. You can't just go onto Carfax and figure it out.
Did you see your lowriders over here?
I did.
I don't know if it's got anything you need on it, but...
Oh yeah, it definitely does. I've seen quite a few parts, doors and such. Might as well get a good start on it. And do I have a front bumper? I do not. No, I do. I have a front bumper. Okay. I don't know if I have the license plate. Oh, this has one of the rear seat. Oh, it does have a bench seat. Just a different kind. I see. Oh yes, and the The backwards facing doors. And no, you cannot say what the backwards facing doors are called. You can't say that on YouTube. Just letting you know. you can't say the S word on YouTube. Oh, I sat in the seat. Whoops. Dang it.
See, I'm gonna call baloney.
Well, I just know anybody who has said it in recent... Oh, that goes to the front. Sweet. In recent years gets demonetized immediately. That the system automatically picks it up and immediately flags it.
Even if they're talking about it in proper educational terms.
Yep. It's just not allowed whatsoever in any context. They actually state that.
How stupid.
Yeah, that's the way it is, though. 15 out of 84. Let's see.
Again, warning labels off. Remove them.
So it's 18. That's what I said. 19. 18. Okay, so both these seats count, apparently. I have no idea. This seat also counts, which is weird. Okay, I'll just put it in the front. There. Oh yeah, that's one of the little front grills. Or rear grills? Something grill? Where'd this come off of? Side grill.
I don't know, but I found your instrument cluster.
For this vehicle?
Yes.
Nice. Getting a lot of parts for it. Alrighty, so I got all the parts that I could get for this car. We actually got a decent amount. So that's not bad. Still no rear window, though, for this pickup.
So I hope you got a decent amount. You're picking over that car like it was a freaking... I don't know, like a vulture.
Yeah, well, I had to.
Car part. Nom.
Num 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 num. Delicious. Delicious rusty parts. They're part of any good balanced, well-balanced breakfast.
How else are you supposed to get dry iron?
It's true. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Even if you had your tetanus shot. Did you disconnect? Oh, no, there you are. You're out in the desert.
Slightly easier this way.
Is it? Just don't hit a tree. The trees are solid. The little desert trees. They are as solid as the wooden poles up on the road. Yeah, I think there was another game I was thinking that we should play eventually at some point, but now I've forgotten the name. I've forgotten the damn name of it. That would be really fun to play multiplayer. Yeah, my brain's going, nope, you don't know any game like that. Like after we got done messing around in this game.
Okay. So what was the name of that again?
I don't remember the name of the game.
No, I've heard of a lot of games called I don't remember the name of the game.
Why isn't there a game called that?
There probably is.
Because I know there's a couple of games called this game or the next game. You know? I know Wreckfest 2 would be pretty fun, but that game needs some more updates first. It's a bit bare bones at the moment.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like they sold it at a high price, but it's like it doesn't really have a whole lot to it. I mean, there definitely has been a lot of updates recently where they've added a lot of new cars and new tracks and stuff, but it's just like, yeah, it's not on the level of the first game yet. Needs to have a decent amount of content before I consider buying at that price. They released it into early access. I know Star Rupture would be pretty fun multiplayer as well. Pretty good game. You know, because it's not just making, manufacturing, not just doing factory builds and stuff. It's definitely a survival, alien combat game. But there's guns, there's all kinds of stuff on top of that. And has a really awesome game mechanic in it.
What would that be?
Well, what the title's called is Star Rupture. They have an actual solar flare because the sun's dying, and sends out a massive solar flare on the planet you're on that completely incinerates the planet. Yeah, all the surface life dies with this event, and if you're outside, obviously you'd be dead.
So I take it your objective is either make a vault or escape.
Well, its main core is a factory game. You make factories to send to different companies, to send materials to different companies from this alien planet, and to survive. And it's got a huge exploration element to it, where you go out and you go out to all these different locations around the map and find cool stuff, fight aliens, all kinds of all the cool stuff. Very nice. And it's a very good looking game as well. Think of I'm sure you've seen videos of Death Stranding, right? No, you haven't seen any videos of the game Death Stranding?
No.
It's the package delivery game where you're on foot and you pull packages from one location and then you walk to the next location. I mean, that's not what it's all about, but that's one of the main things.
Nope.
Okay.
See, I believe we bought the game
You bought
for
Death
the
Stranding?
PlayStation.
Nice.
For the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then my wife tried to play it and told me it was boring, and it has sat on that shelf ever since.
Yeah. I definitely see why she thinks it's boring. Because yeah, the main portion of the game, like, it's a huge story style game, but one of the main portions of it is you got to at one location pick up a bunch of packages, put them on your back, and then take those packages to another location and then drop them off. And that's your main, like, objective set. But there's a whole story to the game as well. Like, think of the storytelling of like Mass Effect and things. It's kind of on that level. But it's a free, it's an open world package delivery game with really good storytelling. Definitely not a game for me, I will say. I would definitely get bored very quickly.
I don't mind storytelling, but a walking simulator?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, eventually you do get, like, vehicles and stuff to drive around, so you don't have to walk everywhere. But you do start out walking, and with very little capacity to carry anything, and then eventually you get tools, and you work your way up to being able to deliver tons and tons of packages at once. And there's tons of, like, dangers out in the world and stuff like that.
Yeah, if I cared that much, I'd work for FedEx. But I don't care that much, and I don't work for FedEx, so...
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know if FedEx has you going out into dangerous areas delivering packages.
Bro, you heard of the hood, right? They order FedEx too.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
So that's the thing about FedEx and UPS. It don't matter where you're located. It don't matter what the crime rate is. They deliver.
Yeah. That's all of them, though. USPS is or UPS, I mean. I don't know if USPS would really do that. They might go, nah. Might go, no, thank you.
Yeah, they just kind of curl it from the nearest safe street down.
Yeah. They deliver it by parachute.
If anybody knows what curling is outside of the state.
Yeah, I know what curling is. Actually,
Do you?
Yeah, we actually have a little program.
Up here, we're taught it's a largely Canadian sport, so like nobody south knows what the hell it is.
I'm not south though. I'm Midwest. So.
You're all south to me.
This is
Neener,
true.
neener.
This is true. Anything good on the roof? Nothing good on the roof. No, really nothing good on the roof. That's some boots. How is it your way back there?
Because I am down a few tires.
Oh. Out in the desert.
That's why I was out in the desert.
Because you were down a few tires?
Yeah, I can turn on sand. I cannot turn on asphalt. My steering is entirely disabled on asphalt.
Well, keep up with your tires? Or is that not the issue?
No tires.
You have no tires, or the tires are just junk?
No, they said good luck like a while ago.
Why didn't you change them?
I had 2 tires in the roof rack.
Okay. Well,
I've blown all my other tires.
you could have asked for a spare. I mean, jeez. Like, you know, I have spare tires, right?
Yeah, well, by the time I realized that I was screwed, you were already kind of a ways away. So, I'm alright. I'm just lollygagging behind a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, are you making your way here?
Haphazardly.
Good.
With minimal ability to steer.
Mm-hmm. Well, if your car's on fire, you know what to do, right? Don't stop.
Floor it?
Yeah, just floor it. Don't. No. The good thing would be to stop and, you know, have a fire extinguisher with you on all times. And for those who ask, yes, I do have a fire extinguisher in my pickup truck.
I do not.
It actually
See
is
fire keep you warm in the winter.
If your car sets ablaze at 40 below, then you're good.
Huddle around it with a bag of marshmallows.
Yeah. Seeing that one vehicle, there was this guy that didn't have a heater for his car, so what he did was he put in a propane tank with a little torch, and it's kind of like a Bunsen burner, essentially, inside the car. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah, it's just your wheels. But yeah, I'm just sitting there going, I'm surprised the guy hasn't passed out yet. all that burning gas. That definitely would not be good. No, take that one off. You want the same front tires. Otherwise they axe weird.
That acts weird no matter what I do.
Right, but like it definitely does not like having 2 different sized front tires. I know that from experience. I've tried it. Yeah, you might as well. Steal all the tires you can.
I don't even give a shit. Tire's a tire.
Yeah. If only it worked that way in the real world. It doesn't.
I know a lot of people that think that that's how that works in the real world.
Yeah.
This is a video game, so I can get away with it somewhat, but like...
Yeah. Yep. Real world vehicles have different number of bolts for the tire, different bolt patterns, all kinds of stuff.
Having to explain to customers sizing matters and the remaining tread depth matters so that you don't screw up your drivetrain and
Apparently this is a windshield. There.
Half the problem is nobody cares.
Yeah. They
So
don't.
you go tell them.
Does vehicle get me from A to B? Yes. Does vehicle get me to from A to B with a radio and AC and comfortable seats? Yep. Okay, I'm good. I don't need to know anymore.
But Tundra, what do you mean I can't put a new tire on the same drive axle as a drag slick?
Nope. That's a good.
Why?
Because that's a good way to make sure that very, very soon that your vehicle's gonna need $3,000 or $4,000 worth of work put into it. Like, is it
Okay,
really?
but what if I increase the aspect ratio?
Yes, the aspect ratio.
I had some guy. Oh my god, he was trying to fight me so hard because he only wanted one tire,
Right.
and his other tire was bald.
Okay.
But his one tire had a hole in it, so it had to go. And we were telling him no, because the tread depth is there is no tread. He's like, okay, fine. So what if I get a slightly smaller aspect ratio tire? Same width,
Aspect ratio.
same rinse.
Did he actually say that? Aspect ratio?
I believe he said height, but he was trying to go one size down to make up for not having any tread on the other tire.
Well, you're not going to find another tire that's that close. It's going to be wildly different. But yeah, aspect ratio is not the... Aspect ratio goes towards monitors. That doesn't go towards vehicles. It's just tire size. Common terminology.
Eh.
Yeah, it's like aspect ratio. I'm like, that's for a monitor or TV.
Around here on our thingamajig, I believe one of the dimensions is aspect ratio. It's width. I believe it's supposed to mean height, but it's aspect, and then rim size.
Suppose.
Don't shoot me, I didn't program it.
Yeah, never heard of that.
But anyway, yeah, he was trying to argue to take the height lower on the new tire so that it wouldn't be a bother. I was like, that's not how that works.
It's not gonna
I'm sorry, but by policy, no.
Well, even if it wasn't your policy, you're not gonna make that work. You're not going to be able to take one tire that's one tire size and another tire that's another tire size. But the tire size is only there's no tread on it. It's completely bald. The difference there is so much greater with two different tire sizes than with the same tire size. One's bald, one's not. It's not gonna. It's very weird.
I don't know, man.
Somebody had some weird logic going on.
He tried explaining it, and to me, it kind of almost made sense what he was trying to go for, but that's still not how that works.
It was one of those things where, you know how you get children that make no sense whatsoever, but their argument makes all the sense in the world somehow? Like, it's just like, you're not wrong, but that's not how it works. You know? It's like, what you're saying is impossible, but at the same time could be very true. It's like, I don't know how you came up with that, but
what you're going for here, I get, but like at the same time, still no.
Yeah, children are like that though. Or even adults even will come up with that certain thing, and it's so perfect in their mind, but wouldn't work in the real world. Yeah, I just know it as height, depth, and rim size.
Height, depth, and rim size?
Or height, width, and depth. Height, width, and rim size. There you go. Sorry, I said the depth. That doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah. Well, you know how I am.
I don't
I
pay
get
that much attention to the label because usually I gotta explain it in dummy terms, anyways. Like, there's 3 numbers. I need the first number, the second number, and then the R third number.
You just
Why?
shoved
Why?
my vehicle off into the desert.
Your vehicle flipped me. Thank you very much.
My vehicle was stopped. My vehicle was very much stopped, and I was not even in it. 53, 50. Yeah, I still got the same amount of parts. So you didn't do any damage, but yeah, I just watched you just plow into my parked vehicle and push it off.
Well, you know what? I don't even know.
It was funny. You're just like, da, 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 da. And what was weird as well is the way you were pushing it, act like you weren't pushing anything, so.
That's because I wasn't on mine. But you know what? I'm done questioning this game. It just does what it wants sometimes.
Yep.
And it decided tonight it wanted mayhem.
Yeah, it said you guys are boring. Let me just spice things up a little bit. And you know what? I'm okay with that, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I am okay with that.
Is there anything good at this stuff?
I don't know. I'm looking. See, I don't know your car parts, so I can't tell you. Unless you want a shark head.
No, I do not want a shark.
Your car is driving off without you.
My guy, what the hell is wrong with you? Stop!
Stop.
Stop! In my ass car.
But yeah, I don't know the parts to your car, so I can't tell you if anything's useful or not.
Eh.
I didn't find anything useful.
Yeah, I found a couple things that are kind of useful, but not really. Like some food and a first aid kit.
Nah, yeah, first aid kit's useful. Okay, here we can move on.
Alright, I think at this next stop I'm gonna call it.
Oh, but I wanted to complete this truck.
That's what you said last time.
Huh?
And then I said that's exactly what you said last time. But
Yep.
you know what? You know what? The game said no.
Well, does this next stop count then? This is so close.
On one more stop.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
I didn't look before I said. But yeah, this is kind of disappointingly close.
And I think the only way I'm going to find my back window is if I find another pickup truck that has the back window on it. I think it's about the only way.
You mean like that one we found in the very beginning?
Probably. We could go back. 402 kilometers.
Have we really made it 402 kilometers? Stop,
Yes.
please. Stop, please. Stop, car. Oh my god. Improper tire. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way it goes.
Oh, look, 2 more tires. Just add them to the collection.
Yep. You'd actually put on all 4 of these tires. If you really wanted to.
Good.
There's like...
Next blowout.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely more than 4 of those.
Next blowout. And then just kind of keep swapping.
Yeah, I definitely save the tires that are for this car for a while. Until you get a decent stock at least. Or until you get close enough that you're about to complete the car.
We ran into a crap load of them and then just none. Not a one.
Yeah.
Can't find them anywhere.
Yep.
Which I find positively ridiculous, but you know.
That's how it goes.
Oh. So yeah, I'll just stockpile random tires. Put them on in sets. Best I can.
I mean, that's what you did last time.
More or less. There were a few different tires I actually went for.
Yeah, but you had a lot of tires. There was a point where we had to completely organize your tires and rims.
Yeah, but you see, I didn't run out.
Nope, you'd never ran out of tires.
Which, therein lies the problem here, I done run out.
Yep. I only got, like I said, only got 2 gears. I mean, it's keeping me safe, so if that's anything to go by. It's keeping me from running off into a pole and losing my parts. I can't believe this truck is so hard to complete right now. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous how close I am and I haven't found the part yet. Yeah, because I'd like to drop this towing act and start putting together this other vehicle.
I feel like, okay, truck boring now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going 30 mile an hour at maximum most of the time.
Well, you done dropped the
I done what?
You dropped the good engine.
And but once I drop this truck, though, I'm gonna want that engine back. Or that.
It's my boxer.
Yeah, too bad. I mean, I could drive with the Nissan engine for a while.
That's what I meant by you dropped the good engine, is originally you had like a Nissan something in there.
Yeah, the Nissan engine was actually better. The only problem, the reason I haven't swapped it back is because, well, and I gotta swap the fuel, and I'm just too lazy.
Okay. Nah, forget this. You good over there?
Yep, I found a radio tower. Nothing here, though. Unfortunately. That'd be funny if that back window counted. Even though it's way too big.
Yeah.
Well, like I
Oh,
said,
perfect.
I'm gonna check pretty much every stop because I don't want to miss this back window.
We now have a creepy stop coming.
A what?
A creepy stop.
A creepy stop.
Creepy stop.
I repeat, a creepy stop.
And I repeat, a creepy stop. And now I change my assessment. It is a garbage stop.
Yeah. Any back windows? It's roughly rectangle-ish.
I mean, there is one that's slightly rectangle-ish, but it's upright, not across.
It's a what?
Upright, not across.
What do you mean upright?
I mean, it's a van back window.
Are you sure about that?
Yep. It's attached to a door.
Oh, it's attached to a door. Huh? How is it a back window then?
The back door.
I guess I'm confused.
It is the rear window because it is the rear door window. Also, there's a Muscoat engine.
That's just a normal gas station.
Yeah, but it's got the creepy fish.
Oh, the fish that's always looking at you. Yep. It is. Oh, yeah, there's nothing here. Other than a few little parts.
Yep.
So does this stop count then?
Yeah.
Oh, sad. I just want more.
Impossible. Can't
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, we'll be here all night probably. It'll be one of those situations. Yeah, just one more stop and then we go for like an hour with no stops at all.
Oh, you mean our first episode?
That first couple. There was a couple of them like that.
It's like, I'm about ready to call it. And the game's like, alright, no more stops for you.
Well, sun's almost in the right position anyway. Well, I guess you can say your goodbyes.
Yo. Nighty-night.
Alrighty then. Well, with that, I do believe that is going to be it for this episode of Drive Beyond Horizons. That's okay. And, it was fun. Sadly, I couldn't get my vehicle done. I am very, very much upset about that. Because I really thought I was going to get the pickup done today. Being one part away the entire episode and then not finding it. Ugh. So annoying. But whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, I think with this vehicle of mine, with the pickup, and then once I get this one done, and he gets this thing done, as well as he may pick like the Golf or something, but I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the run for this game. Also, my UI's off. There we go. Yeah, I think we're getting to the pretty much the end of the run for this game. It's been fun though. Definitely enjoyed it. Unless they have a major update real soon, I think we may put this game to bed for a little bit, play something else. But like I said, I do want to complete the pickup truck. I want to complete I think it's called, yeah, the Triclops. I want to complete this one because it definitely is a lot of fun. And I definitely want to complete this one as well. As well as maybe the Golf. We just don't have any interest in the vans. This van, the other van, the UAZ thing, and then the Unimog as well. Those are the other three vehicles. Just don't really have any interest in those. Yeah, might have an interest in the Golf, but that's about it. But like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see on your screen right now. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.